had always been a creature of habit. Her day started and ended on a carefully carved itinerary, from her morning coffee ritual to the meticulous planning of her day at the architectural firm where she worked. Her life was a blueprint of stability, yet she felt like a silent passenger. One chilly autumn evening, Maya found herself at the city library, as she often did after work. It was her escape, a haven of stories that she secretly wished she was bold enough to live herself. As the clock ticked towards closing time, she lingered in the history section. Engrossed in her reading, she barely noticed the elderly gentleman who quietly sat down beside her. He seemed to have materialized out of thin air, his presence accentuated by an old, woolen coat and a hat that shadowed his wrinkled features. When he spoke, it was with a soft, weathered voice that carried the weight of countless untold stories. "You know," the man began, "books like these hold secrets on how our world came to be. Yet the most intriguing stories often happen in the next 24 hours of our lives." Maya looked at him curiously, intrigued by the gravitas in his voice. "I'm Merle," he introduced himself with a nod, extending a hand that felt like the parchment of histories. "And I believe every day is a potential narrative waiting to be discovered. Today, or rather, tomorrow, might surprise you." Though skeptical, Maya couldn't shake the conversation from her mind. Earl seemed to have sparked a curious ember in her monotonous existence. After leaving the library, she found herself taking a different route home, passing by streets she had never explored. That night, restless and pondering Earl's words, Maya lay awake envisioning the life stories she had shelved in the recesses of her mind. Her dreams were vivid tapestries of adventure, each scenario bolder than the last. The next morning, driven by a newfound spontaneity, Maya decided to take a walk before heading to work. She found herself at a quaint cafe she had never noticed. It was here she met Noah, a traveler and photographer, sipping his morning espresso. A broken camera lay on the table, which Maya offered to help fix, having dabbled in photography herself. Their conversation flowed as seamlessly as the morning light that poured through the cafe window. Maya learned that Noah was just passing through, capturing stories through his lens, always seeking the untold angle in life's mundane moments. He exuded an infectious enthusiasm for the world that was both compelling and reassuring. In the span of 24 hours, Maya's world expanded. Earl had been right in his cryptic prediction. Meeting Noah initiated a cascade of changes. Her exchange with him inspired Maya to pursue a long-forgotten passion of her own. She realized that sometimes, life only needs a small nudge to veer away from its course. An impromptu conversation with a stranger named Earl had steered her towards exploring new horizons, and Noah had unlocked a door to her creative soul. What began as a routine night at the library turned into a life-altering journey. In just 24 hours, the monotonous rhythm of Maya's days transformed into a symphony of spontaneous exploration and self-discovery. Her narrative, once a linear draft, had unfolded into a colorful story in its own right, shaped by the unexpected presence of strangers who became the architects of her destiny.